Hey everybody, welcome to this last minute live stream. Just wanted to give people a forum to discuss what's been going on this whole week in Charlie Adelson's trial. So wasn't it so riveting? This is like, I care a lot more about this than say like the Super Bowl. I could care less about most sporting events and Super Bowl and stuff. So this is kind of like our personal Super Bowl. So first thing I want to start off with is to show the prof's blog, because I know that has become something that's kind of like a joke, because it's just ridiculous that Rashbaum is insinuating that these killers learned about Dan's schedule, not through Wendi, not through Charlie or anybody in the family, but instead they go on this professor's legal blog and figured out Dan's schedule. It's just ridiculous. But let's take a look here. Does Dan mention his schedule? I'm sorry, I do have this like throat lozenge that I'm sucking on here. So let's take a look here. It's kind of sad. This is what Dan posted 2 days before he was shot. Okay, so it's just very dense legal writing about a judge's decision, death penalty cases, executions. Nope, there's nothing here about his travel schedule. Okay, so I'll just keep scrolling. Nope. Okay, so April 3rd. Is this where he talks about the conference? No, he's talking about teaching law in Israel. March 10th. Okay, so this is where he does mention that criminal law professors conference that's coming up. And he says what? He says the conference will begin Sunday, July 20th. With the panels starting July 21st. Okay, so it doesn't say anything about when he's really leaving, when he's going to be there. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, it's sad to think about him making his plans to go. Okay. So it says if you're interested in going, you can email him or this other professor, Carissa Hessick. Hotel info. All right. So let this remind us all that if we ever go on a trip, don't tell people. Don't tell people online. Okay. And I'm sure Sigfredo and Luis didn't go on Facebook and befriend Dan Markel to try to figure out his schedule. Give me a break. That's just so silly. Okay, now I'm sitting down, so I gotta move this microphone here. Let me just go ahead and take a look and see who's here, because this is pretty unstructured. Oh, yeah, totally. Okay, so of course we have to comment on June's demeanor and her performance today. Yeah. I mean, sure, you could say that it's been so many years. Of course, she forgot stuff, but come on, it was just frustrating. And I'm sure the jurors were also getting really annoyed with her. So she was wasting their time. Okay, so let me scroll up. Thank you guys for being here. Hi, everybody. Did I get to call Wendi back? I thought that's over. I don't think they've really released her, though. Yeah, but it seems mostly they got what they needed to get. Okay. Oh, the racist friend? Who's the racist friend? Are you talking about who was the racist friend? I'm sorry. Yeah, geez, did I miss somebody? Yeah, because I watched probably about, say, like 95% of today because I did have some work stuff going on. Okay. Yeah, Katie Cool Lady, I just saw her short video where she was having wine with Fancy Fiction and she didn't show her face, but you could hear Fancy say hi. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I saw that. Thank you. Hey, Grace, thanks for being here. STS had some good commentary at the end of the day. Okay, well, that's great to hear. I mean, I was kind of toggling back and forth because I like both channels and I want to support people, but mostly I was on Deep Dive True Crime. So you guys probably all saw me there just chit-chatting. Why Wendi has not been arrested. Yeah, I mean, it really does make me feel like the state does have more info and evidence against Wendi. So who knows? We'll see what happens after Charlie gets convicted. But I do think Donna should be next. There's definitely lots of evidence against Donna. Yeah, we've all seen enough of him. Yeah. I got to go back and watch yesterday because people keep saying that he was actually laughing when Wendi was being questioned about Donna's crazy emails. So that makes him look pretty crummy. Didn't see Ruth. Oh, I did see her today. Yeah, maybe she was only there for part of the time. Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, the asymmetrical top. Yeah, interesting. I don't know if she did that on purpose to match with Wendi, though. Going quickly. Yeah, it's definitely going a lot faster than what I predicted. Wendi can't even remember her own novel. What? Is that true? So she acted like she didn't remember her novel? That's ridiculous, too. Come on. I mean, she was so proud of it. That's like the only book she's ever written. Yeah. So is that true that she pretended not to remember her book? Oh, yeah, June comes from her. Yeah. I mean, I have spoken with a bunch of people who, of course, I'm not going to say their names, but there was a source that said, poor June, she is a very, very sweet person, but she just really is, not very intelligent. So, yeah, person basically said she's an airhead and things just go over her head. Seems quite weary. Yeah, she definitely did look like she has aged a bit. Yeah, it wasn't the identical dress, but it looked very similar with the neckline. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, that was funny when her phone went off. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. Thoughts on Charlie's girlfriend getting off the stand? Yeah, why would she do that? I mean, how stupid do you have to be? This is a trial. This isn't some social event where you just go over to Charlie and say something to him in front of the whole jury. That's just weird. I've never seen that happen in any sort of trial. Yeah, that's just weird. But just to issue a correction, first, somebody said that she had either said or mouthed to Charlie, I hope you win. But then I heard that she actually said something like happy birthday instead. So big difference there. But either way, she found it necessary to go up to Charlie and say something. Yeah. Yep, he has a type. He seemed scared. Oh, maybe he was putting on a performance, acting like, oh, those are those evil men that extorted money from me, the Latin King gang member. I'm so scared. Yeah. So, let's see. June wants him back. It's like, yeah, that was weird. Yeah. And it was also sad too, because she said Charlie was her last serious boyfriend. So how long has it been? Like they officially broke up in 2017, I guess, when he got the, whatever they call her, the baby mama got her pregnant. But then she obviously got back again together with him back in 2019. She got her condo in 2020, still in touch with him. So, yeah, there's not a lot of forthcoming truthfulness coming from her, but luckily I think the state got what they needed to out of her. Yeah. Okay, maybe Kathy. Oh, I think they're too busy and they're exhausted, because just sitting there nonstop in the courtroom and taking notes, that is physically draining. So let them have their fun and, whatever they're going to do tonight in Tallahassee. Yeah. Bohunk. Okay. Hurt or helped to say. No, I think he sort of helped. I mean, I guess mainly he was useful because he basically said that Charlie did tell him about the bump, but it doesn't fit with this whole defense theory that Charlie was being extorted by these evil killers for years and he was scared of them. Well, don't you think he would have told his best friend back then and business partner? Yeah, he didn't tell Ryan any of those things because it didn't happen. So yeah, but I enjoyed seeing Ryan up there, just telling what he knew. And I don't think it really made him look bad either when Ratchbaum tried to make him look bad by saying, well, isn't it true that, you sent him this text where, he's calling him names and telling him he's going to go to the FBI. And was just this past Tuesday when Ryan posted pictures of Charlie up on that true crime website or Facebook group and wanted people to take bets. So, yeah, no, I think that kind of maybe woke up the jury and maybe they were laughing internally. So I don't think he hurt the state's case. Okay. Might have been nerves. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, so like, for example, when she was like saying something weird about how, oh, well, maybe when I was talking about him taking calls at those weird early hours, it might have been when he was making calls to people in the Philippines. Because remember, she said that he had some girlfriend named Alyssa in the Philippines, and she was really mad about that back then. But of course, she didn't mention phone calls to the Philippines when she was talking to the police. It was clear during her police interview that she was talking about calls between Katie and Charlie. And it was weird because he never would call people in the morning. He's not a morning person. He preferred to text in general. But then suddenly, after the bump, she noticed that Charlie was constantly talking to Katie, especially in the mornings. So I guess we could maybe give her a pass, like, oh, maybe she forgot because it was this was so long ago. We're talking about stuff that happened more than 7 years ago. Who knows? But I'm so glad Kappelman was very prepared. She already had that big binder with June's transcript right there for her to refer to. Yeah. Okay, I've never heard of anyone saying bohunk. Okay, what does that mean? Okay. Yeah, happy birthday. I hope you win. Any further news? Yeah. Okay, so the last thing I heard from the source was that it was happy birthday. Okay, so big difference between happy birthday or I hope you win. Yeah. So, yeah, we don't want to spread false news here. Okay, he thought Ryan was all brawn and little substance. Okay, well, I still enjoyed seeing him and hearing that funny message that he sent to Charlie. I mean, we're all looking for truthfulness here, so it's really annoying when you hear Wendi lying left and right. You don't know whether to trust what somebody's saying, and suddenly you hear this kind of like funny raw honest statement from people. It's obvious. Yeah, she was trying to protect him. He looked like a sad puppy when he saw her. Yeah, probably trying to pull on her heartstrings and manipulate her as usual. Okay, racist friend may have ruined it. Yeah, so that's where I don't get it. Who's the racist friend? Let me scroll down and see if Small Cat followed up with that. Who is the racist friend? Oh, okay, thank you. Greasy Bohunk was in this. I did watch 16 Candles, but it's been decades, so I don't remember that. Sorry. I guess my memory's bad, or I didn't like that movie well enough to remember all that. Okay, so who are we talking about? Racist friend that could have ruined the case. Okay, if anybody knows what that person was referring to. Question her judgment because that seemed pretty powerful. Huh? Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, because like I said, I probably watched about 95% of the trial. I was still doing work. I had this minor court hearing this morning. Oh, okay. So that was something that Ryan said. Maybe I didn't hear everything. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, kind of jumping around. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there are a lot of people who were offended by that Asian character there. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Okay. I guess I don't know. Yeah, there was something that Rashbaum said quickly that I couldn't get. It sounded like he said mom, right? I don't know, but did he call him a miserable Jew? Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Ryan Fitz's Jew comment. Okay. Well, I don't know if yeah, I mean, is that going to change the way a jury might feel about Charlie, though? I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, it was obvious that the friend, Ryan, former friend and business partner, was very disgusted and angry with Charlie. So, yeah. Okay, well, let me scroll back up and see. Okay, because I feel like, it's just kind of fun to discuss things with people. There's no real organization or an agenda for tonight. Yeah. Okay, wow, lots and lots of comments here. Okay, let me just jump here. Yeah, June was a disappointment. Yeah, but ultimately, like I said, good thing she had already said what was needed to be said back in 2018 when she was actually forthcoming. Yeah. This is where I didn't catch that, but people said she was asked about the condo. Yeah. And my source did say that Charlie did, in fact, buy the condo for June back in 2020. But how are they going to prove it, though? Like this person is just saying it. It's not like the person had like concrete, wire transfer between Charlie to June or, was the real estate attorney. I'm not sure. So, yeah, so it's always hard to dig deep and figure out what really happened, especially when the beneficiary of the favor, like June, is not going to tell the truth. Like she's not going to say, "Oh yeah, that's right. Charlie bought me that as a reward after I testified in Sigfredo's trial." Yeah. Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, did the screen freeze? Because I was like wondering why is Lewis just like continuing to look the same way? Then I realized, oh, I guess he was staring. So good for him. I mean, he's in prison in part because of Charlie. Do you think it's been explained to? Yeah, I don't think so, because I don't think the state had time, or as my prosecutor friend said, he said that they usually don't even talk to these witnesses before they get them into the courtroom because, they don't want to be seen like they're trying to manipulate the witness's testimony or something. I'm not sure about here. Yeah. I mean, he clearly was quizzical, like when when Georgia was asking him about the blog, like, do you read blogs? Did you read any professor blogs? To find out Dan Markel's schedule? Are you on the listserv? He was like, huh? What? Yeah. And then what was it? Like at first it did sound like he talked about the blog, but then he said it was the blonde. It was the blonde that gave them the information. So I was like, yeah, that's great. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, she does seem pretty devious too. I mean, she might be an airhead, but she wants that money, or she already got plenty of money and gifts. So, yeah, how did the prosecutor not prepare? Yeah, again, it's kind of like, well, I don't know if they really have a practice of meeting with every single witness right before the trial. Yeah, but he was deposed back in 2021. Yeah, she was very evasive as usual. Yeah. Well, no book deal for her. Well, she'd probably have to have a ghostwriter. Yeah. Okay. So admitting she has googly eyes. Yeah, I could barely follow questions. Yeah, had zero professionalism, courtroom etiquette, seemed ill-prepared and exasperated. Yeah, and at the same time, I'm sure the jury saw through her also and were getting really annoyed with her evasiveness and not remembering stuff. And, because anytime somebody has to slowly flip through some giant binder full of papers, just like Wendi, I think it does really frustrate the jury because they're taking time out of their precious schedules to be stuck there for so many weeks because of this case. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. She said he didn't buy it. June backpedaled all the way home. Yeah, definitely. I couldn't wait to hear what he had to say. So cross-examination should also be really interesting. Yeah, that's right. Wendi hasn't been released yet. Yeah. So Tim said on Surviving the Survivor that Wendi had been driving home when she was called and told to turn around and get back to the courthouse. So Luis is great for the prosecution. Defense probably should. Yeah, we'll see how Luis responds with Rashbaum. Probably asking him, well, didn't you ever read blogs? You had internet access, didn't you? Did you have a Facebook account? Did Sigfredo have Facebook? Did Sigfredo go online a lot? It's going to be really weird questioning. Rashbaum was thrown off by his motion being sunk and he lost his. Yeah, exactly. He was like raising his hand and like sticking his like fingers at the judge and just looking like he was like having a breakdown again. So, but we've already seen that from him before when we were dealing with that investigative interview issue. Yeah, so now he works in roofing. We're talking about Ryan. Okay. Yeah, thanks for mentioning that because I didn't catch that at all. Yeah, there was something that he had that Rashbaum said where I couldn't really understand what he was saying. Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't call him racist. Okay. Okay, I'm really behind on the comments. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Ryan testified Charlie said he could easily have someone murdered. Yeah, and we saw that also in Dolce Vita, which is also going to come in, where he just flippantly tells Katie that they should kill the undercover agent. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for being here. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's really going to totally mess up the prosecutor's case. Yeah. Okay, Wendy's smart and beautiful, unfortunately. Okay, well, beauty is in the eye of the beholders. Yeah. Yes, I saw the similarities. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was great to see these YouTubers, people that are really into the case who have traveled out there. Well, Mentor Lawyer lives around there, but John Steinbeck and Katie both had to travel a long distance to get there. So it was great to see their faces on the screen. Okay, Roofer was angry. It's understandable. He testified the truth against his ex-friend, Charlie. Yeah. Okay. Okay, did Wendi make Charlie blush? Okay, yeah, I do. I mean, there's just like so much to scroll back and try to take a look at, but I would like to find the spot where Charlie and Wendi made eye contact, I guess, and then where Charlie was laughing. Yeah, exactly. That's how stupid. Like, don't laugh. Charlie didn't take his own attorney's advice. Don't smile ever. He's been stifling chuckles like crazy. Yeah, well, some people did refer to Charlie as Chuckles also on YouTube. So, Charlie Chuckles. Yeah. Yeah, it is very sad to see the parents sitting out there behind the prosecutor's area. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That was weird when they couldn't find her, and then it stopped the court proceedings too. So again, that probably pissed off the jury that they had to sit around waiting because nobody could figure out where she was for a while. Yeah. Okay, you have an owl shirt. Okay. Yeah. Are you planning on being at the trial? Yeah, because definitely, if we showed up wearing those kinds of like outfits and stuff, I'm sure if the defense notices that or anybody notices it, then the judge could very well remove the person for wearing some sort of outfit that's disruptive to the proceedings. Yeah, but if you're at home, wear whatever you want. Yeah. Okay, Lewis was 100% credible and believable. The bad guy is the most honest one there. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, this. Oh, you don't have to log into it. Everybody can read it. And actually, you just go to that web blog, Prof's blog. It's all AW, PRAWFSBLAWG.blogs.com/profs blog/Dan underscore Markel. You can still see all of his writings there. Yeah, including the one where he was so excited about getting married or getting engaged to Wendi. So, unfortunately, my computer has frozen, so I'm going to have to get on StreamYard here. Oh, well, I can't even read any of the comments now. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm trying to think since I'm just supposed to just babble here. Let me think. So Brannon didn't seem to testify as well as he did before in the previous trial. So that was kind of surprising. But I mean, ultimately, he said what needed to be said, which is that he noticed Wendy's vehicle. That he was maybe about 3 to 4 doors down from Dan's house. So let's see, who else was there? There's also, well, of course, Jeffrey Lacasse. We haven't even talked about him. So Lacasse, or everybody says Lacasse, but I think he pronounces it Lacasse. Yeah, I mean, he definitely looked different. He looks like he's thinner and his hair is slightly reddish now. And he seemed more agitated, I would say, like compared to the way he testified before. So it's kind of unusual. It's like, why does he seem so nervous and agitated when he was like pretty cool as a cucumber at the previous trials? But perhaps he really is, still sort of scared and apprehensive about Charlie and the Adelson's connections. So I was really glad I didn't know what was really going to happen with whether Jeff could testify about the hiring a hitman comment that Wendi had made to him. But finally, this was great when they brought Wendi back and she had to get on the stand and talk again, saying that she never made such a comment. And then right after that, they put Jeff back on so he could talk about Wendi saying that Charlie had made a comment about hiring a hitman back in 2013. So I think he handled it pretty well. Yeah. Okay. So we're getting back to the book, Wendi's book. This is our story. Wendi said she didn't remember the names of the characters and where it was set. The book, come on. I mean, how stupid. This is like the only book she's ever written. It was like the crowning glory of her career, and she was going around trying to give book talks, and it was required reading for everybody at Florida State for incoming freshmen for a while. Meanwhile, said having it chosen for FSU students to read was a highlight of her career. Yeah. How do you not remember the names of the characters and the setting? That's stupid. It just confirms what Lacasse had said before, which was that she'll just lie about everything. She's a pathological liar. I mean, you don't have to lie about that, but yet she still had to act stupid about her own book. How stupid. Yeah, thanks, Sully. Wendi couldn't remember the main character of her book. Give me a break. Come on. What happened? Like COVID fog? Just like with Katie? How stupid. Yeah. I mean, it's just like laughable moments. It's like, what? Are these people for real? Do they not even know or care about how people think about them? Like, people are watching, and she's looking really ridiculous. I was taught to look down to hide an inappropriate reaction, Charlie. Yeah. Well, he's good at looking down so he can look pathetic when he knows the jury has to look at him. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, he wasn't Charlie's roommate. The former roommate was Jerry Obed, the dermatologist. Strange, all the evidence is centered around Donna, but she's nowhere to be seen. Oh, yeah. I mean, she's definitely too scared to show her face in that courtroom. It did seem pretty packed with a lot of people that are pro Dan Markel. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Sonny, you're actually there, right? Okay, so thank you for telling us. This is good to hear from someone who's actually in there and can see the jury members. Jurors didn't look as though they believe Wendi about the book. Yeah, and I hope they don't believe a lot of the other stuff she said too. Yeah, like the fact that she liked Tallahassee, and she didn't really care much about that motion to relocate. Right. Okay. Okay. First minute, yeah, that was kind of weird. Jeez, all this drama today. Yes, I agree, Don. Disrespectful to Dan and the Markels for June to act like this with Charlie. Charlie's trial is like old TV show. This is your life. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't watch that. Yeah. Okay. Fancy said she said, hope you get off, but June said she said happy birthday. Oh, okay. So yeah. Okay, well, either way, it was weird for her to just go over to Charlie and say something. Any chance of impeachment of Wendi after today's shenanigans? Yeah, well, I mean, Wendi could still be brought back, but I think mostly what she's there for is over. Yeah, so maybe you're asking more about perjury. Yeah, I do hope, eventually maybe the state could get her on perjury. I know it's not common, but maybe this is a situation that does warrant perjury charges. Yeah, so this was a relief. I was glad that Luis does seem like, he's answering questions pretty quickly. He doesn't seem to have a total memory loss or memory problems, so that's good. Okay. Yeah, I haven't looked on her community page yet. Yeah, they couldn't find June. Yeah, asked her if she had a good tour of the building. Okay. Yeah. I was laughing. People were trying to figure out in the ML chat if she would wear a Louis Vuitton purse this time. She brought a Louis purse and a Louis carry-all to testify. Yeah, that's like her favorite or her only brand. Yeah, because I did see some of her Instagram posts. Okay. Oh, okay. So your daughter also heard her say happy birthday. Okay. Thank you, Sonny. Predicting income receipts from Georgia about a condo for June 1st time. Okay. Well, similarly, if these witnesses are obviously lying in court, then they should deserve perjury charges coming. Yeah. People can't get away with treating the court proceedings like it's just some sort of fun game where they can just show up and lie their heads off. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Happy birthday. Yeah. Lewis has more likability than Rashmal. Yeah. Well, I mean, on that note, he's doing his job. And there was a very, very experienced criminal defense attorney who has commented, and I'm not going to say his real name, but this person basically said, look, I think Rashbaum is doing a great job. And this whole exploitation defense, isn't as harebrained as you guys think. And all they need is one juror to buy it, and maybe somebody would believe, because sometimes these things do happen where somebody does something and tries to bribe a third party, to try to get money from them. So I'm like, okay, well, who am I to argue with this person who has practiced criminal defense for many, many years? So, yeah, both sides. Yeah, I thought that they weren't supposed to mention he was a Latin king, but I guess the judge ultimately decided it was okay because that's part of the defense theory. So that's why they could mention it now, because Rashbaum is using that as part of his defense. Yeah. Because if he's a Latin king, then it makes it more likely that Charlie was really afraid of them. Yeah. Okay. I don't think Charlie's in solitary because True Lifestyles has been reporting a lot about his jail records. So I don't think he is in solitary. Like the way Lewis stared at Charlie, it was not aggressive, but he was definitely not blinking. Yeah, that's why, like I said, I thought the computer screen froze because Lewis was just making the same face. I was like, something's wrong with my computer. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, but good for Lewis. Yeah. Judge admonished Rashbaum after trial about yelling at him. Apparently, Rashbaum took it. Yeah, he better take it well now because that's the judge. Jeez. Yeah, sometimes Rashbaum just gets to be like a petulant teenager. Yeah. What a waste of money and time. These people need to be locked up. Well, that's why we're in America and we have this judicial system where he's supposed to get a fair trial with a jury of his peers. So we still have to let him have his constitutional rights and see how it plays out. Yeah, Charlie was pissed at Wendi. She smiled at him tenderly when she first arrived on the stand. Again, as she was leaving, both times he outright ignored her. Oh, okay. Interesting. Thanks for the report. Well, these are not defense witnesses. Right now, it's all state witnesses, although clearly some of them are not there because they want to be, like even Ryan Fitzpatrick said he didn't want to be there. He was subpoenaed, and same with June. So these people are all called by the state first. So, yeah. I don't think so. I mean, True Lifestyle says there's been no evidence that June has been making calls to Charlie at jail, but there have been some phone numbers that True Lifestyles couldn't trace to a certain person. Yeah. Okay. So lost love with the roofer. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it looked almost like the same outfit, but I think Mentor said, or was it Katie? Somebody said that it's actually a different dress. Oh yeah, I remember that. Lewis saying his baby mama would have stolen his money if she got it while he was out. Yeah, that's true because even Jessica admitted that too in her deposition. She said, I would have taken it and run off. Yeah, if she had seen that huge stash of cash. Yeah. Okay. Okay. He quoted Charlie on a few damning statements. Yeah, you're talking about Ryan again. I hated the way Charlie stared at Jeff, very concerning after Jeff mentioned he was fearful. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully Charlie gets convicted, but you don't know what the other people could be capable of. Right? Okay. Charlie, when Lewis came out, there's the evil man who killed my brother-in-law and is telling me to pay for it later. Murder on a layaway plan. Yeah, that just still seems so ridiculous. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for enjoying the same passion. Yeah, he should have said the extortion happened after a second attempt. Okay. I don't find Lewis intimidating, but I have different life experiences. Yeah, especially since he's supposed to be honest now as part of his deal. Yeah. Okay, our real Super Bowl will be when the three anal scums are in Charlie's seat. Okay. Almost 2 million. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, she was shaking with rage because she hates Tallahassee. Now she has to go back to Tallahassee. Okay. Um, okay. Oh, well, that's good to hear. Even the general public not familiar with the case on court TV, etc. Comment section see Wendi as fake. Okay, that's nice. Okay, no more passes from June. Yes, correct. Okay, hope Katie enjoys her wine with Fancy. Okay. Thanks for being here. Let's see, maybe I'll scroll down a bit because it's kind of been a very long week. I didn't get a lot of work done, so made him look bad, made him look like he has a grievance with Charlie and could be trying to get away with something himself. I don't think he added to the state's case. Yeah, well, I mean, I think he added something there because at least he didn't know anything about some sort of alleged extortion theory that the defense is trying to put forth now. Yeah. Who referred Sigfredo to Jim Lewis? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so Trish liked Ryan. He no BS, free speech. Okay. Okay. I expect Rashball's voice to be high pitched, loud, and he will be very animated. Yeah, probably. I think so. That's how he gets, pretty indignant about stuff. No. Okay. Okay, I'll just go way down here because I don't have time to be on for like even close to an hour. So Rashbaum is charging how much? Well, well, somebody said that the jury consultants were billing by the day. But who knows if it's true or not? It's just some random comment I saw online. Someone said like 5,000 a day, but was that per person? So, yeah, yeah. The lawsuit had to do with money. I guess he was claiming that Ryan had stolen money from their business, but he said it just got dismissed. Yeah. And how much is Rashbaum charging? Yeah. So there's this some sort of like federal court decision that I read in a totally different white collar crime case that Rashbaum was involved in. And it said something about like a flat fee payment of $500,000 to $600,000 for that case. So, of course, that was from a few years ago. So maybe Rashbaum has already charged $1 million or more upfront. Just a big guess. Yeah. Yeah, I think pretty much everybody agrees with you. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And they didn't even tell Wendi. They didn't tell Wendi at all that Charlie's being extorted, or that Sigfredo and Luis killed Dan for all these years. It's so ridiculous. Yeah. Okay. Been interested in true crime most of my life. Love the chats. Yeah, it's definitely, it's definitely fun to see what other people think of the same thing too. So that's why I've been really enjoying the live chats on Deep Dive True Crime, as well as Surviving the Survivor. Although I get the feeling like I saw more comments on Surviving the Survivor from people who clearly don't know the case as well as we do, so I don't feel like responding constantly to questions when people are asking some pretty basic types of questions repeatedly and stuff. It's like, man, why don't you just read up on the case yourself? But but on Deep Dive True Crime, the commenters, we all seem to sort of know each other virtually, and we have been watching the previous trials and know a lot about the details of the case already. Yeah. Okay. Rashbaum was so loud the jury could hear him through the wall. Yeah, he definitely needed to be reminded by the judge to keep his voice and attitude down. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so I almost forgot about him. So Stephen Webster was Dan's last divorce or family lawyer, and so it was a nice surprise to see him, because we've never had him testify before in the previous trials. So he seemed really relaxed and forthcoming, very honest. So I mean, there's no reason for him to just lie or whatever. So it was great to hear from someone who actually knew Dan, said that Dan was a funny guy. He enjoyed talking to him. He was a good client. And, Dan was concerned about these things, especially overhearing Donna's voice on a Zoom that he had with the kids, where Donna was calling him stupid. So, it was good that Mr. Webster, Stephen, was there to beat Dan's voice, in contrast to the way that Wendi tried to paint Dan as being just this horrible, scary, abusive, very, very horrible person who treated her like crap. So it was good to hear from Dan's attorney. He didn't testify for too long, but that was good. So the jury knew the tenor of the case. And it was good when Webster was talking about like Wendi's actions, and how, that could be a basis for bar complaint, or possibly even losing a law license. I'm not sure if the bar really would take it that far, but definitely you would expect a lawyer in any sort of litigation to personally be honest and following the court rules. She's said to be very manipulative. Okay, so we're talking about Wendi. He said, you have everyone fooled, but I know who you really are. Yeah, she mentioned that in her podcast, that Danny told her that she was such a bad person, and she had everybody else fooled, but he really knew who she was. So, yeah, Jeff was more into Wendi. Yeah, and plus, I think she did put on a big act toward him back in June, when she was pouring on the love bombing him and telling him not to buy a house yet because maybe he could move in with her and she wanted the kids to call him dad. So just very strange. Seems like a lot of manipulation to me. Yeah. Oh, okay. You like the shorts. Yeah, somebody just pointed out that I had the year wrong because sometimes I'm too excited and in a rush to do these shorts. So I wind up with typos. So I took it down. I'll redo something later when I have time. But it really does take a lot of time to scroll through and find the exact moment of the trial action that I want to focus on and then, think of something interesting to put on the text and find music and stuff. So, but I'm glad you enjoyed them. Thanks. Yeah, it's a lot of fun going down memory lane and thinking of different songs that we're reminded of. Rashbaum's outbursts make the judge think he means business may work. Yeah, exactly. It's all about appeals too, right? Because he has to preserve the record. And so, yeah, it's tough to be a judge to quickly have to make those sorts of decisions about evidence. Yeah. Sounds like Dan Markel was a great man. Tragic loss. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Maybe I should reach back out to my old friend who actually knew Dan because I did ask this person to be a guest on the show, but they declined and said that the professors had made a pact amongst themselves a long time ago not to talk to the media. So I don't know how that person feels now. Yeah, it was funny when they asked him not to yell. Yeah, they didn't have to get into details about it, but I guess there are two sides to every story, right? Okay, thank you, Granny. Okay. Yeah, he has to be broke. Yeah, but the Adelsons have tons of real estate, so they're still getting lots of income from the real estate holdings, and also just from the investments growing. So even though the parents are retired now, there's still income coming in, and I guess Charlie still thinks that someday he might get a chunk of money from his silly disability insurance lawsuit too, which is still on hold right now. Yeah, that's right. The jury consultants get all that money when the jury gets about $15 a day. Yeah, people should get paid more money to serve on juries, especially, that really keeps a lot of people from wanting to do jury duty or even being able to do that. Yeah. So, but that's up to the legislators to change that. Oh, okay. Charlie claimed Ryan took money from sale of cars. Okay. Charlie didn't make much. Well, he said on his disability application that he was making about $990K a year. And then I heard somewhere something more like 3 million. I'm not really sure, but he definitely fudged it on the child support lawsuit documents, though. I think back then, by the time of the child support lawsuit, which was 2019, he was claiming that he was only making about 150K a year. Yeah. So who knows what the truth is, because a source has told me that Charlie used to collect 50 to 60K in cash every month from the rental properties. Yeah, that would be interesting. Somehow I don't think so. I think Harvey and Donna were probably still down in their home taking care of the kids. Yeah, and hiding away from the media. Yeah, exactly. Extortion theory, it's obviously total BS. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got to give a shout out to David Smetansky for coming up with this new term for Wendi, calling her fibbers. So since she called Dan gibbers. Okay, thank you. That's really funny. Yeah. Oh, okay. I wonder if Laura is sitting there thinking this is the dumbest offense. Yeah, I think everybody in a room is probably thinking, like, are you crazy? You think that's really going to fly? How can you guys say that without laughing? Yeah. Yeah, I did hear the 3 million thrown around also. Yeah, garbage defense. Okay. Yeah, so this is where I was still doing work stuff and multitasking and stuff, so I didn't really see Wendy's look, you know. So that's another thing to go back and look at. Yeah, but she definitely looks like she looked like she was taking this more seriously now. So who knows, maybe she or someone she knows saw my videos mocking her, but she was no longer making those like, like open mouth, stupid looks like, oh, like she wasn't doing that anymore. So good for her, not looking like a total doofus with the mouth hanging open and the ultra wide-eyed look anymore. But she did, she couldn't help herself though. There were still definitely times when she would just laugh and giggle and still try to look cutesy and stuff, but she definitely toned it down a little bit. Yeah, so she did look more worried and serious this time. So okay, so you thought Ryan was a terrible witness, zero credibility after he lost his cool. I think. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think he was a terrible witness, but it was kind of like, okay, well, I guess he was there just to talk about, Charlie making those threatening comments about murder or something. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, okay. So it's the FAMU homecoming week. Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks for telling us. Yeah, Sunny, I think, is planning on being there the whole time, right? So that's pretty awesome that you get to be there. Okay, sorry I'm late. Made me sick when Wendy said Ruth's grandparent. Yeah, come on. Like she had to throw in that little remark. Well, you're so smart that you didn't even know what a motion for contempt was. Yeah, but you're gonna opine that it's unconstitutional. Yeah. It's just like at the last trial where she couldn't just help but get in little digs about Dan Markel and throw in more I wouldn't say facts, but statements that would make herself look better. Yeah, she always has to do stuff like that, like trying to sneak in her weird commentary about things. Yeah. Investing was Wendy. Yeah, that was interesting too because I didn't catch that at first. Somebody mentioned that in a comment, and yeah, so apparently Wendy said that her dad lost most of his money when she was in high school through a Ponzi scheme, and then she got a full scholarship to college to Brandeis as well as to University of Miami. Well, I've never heard of that before, and that's also something that her older brother didn't mention when he was interviewed for that Wandry podcast, because I do remember the oldest brother, the good one, Rob, um, saying something about the family's wealth and how when he was little, the family was just very clearly middle class. They weren't really that much richer until later on when maybe Wendy and Charlie were in high school. Yeah. So the oldest brother didn't mention that the parents lost most of their savings in a Ponzi scheme. And you would think that would have come up because clearly the producer was asking him questions about the family's, financial status. So, yeah, who knows? Could be a lie. Yeah. So, if anybody has some insider info on this, then I would love to hear about it, but I never heard of that. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, hopefully they do go after them for tax fraud, tax evasion. Yeah, that's what he said in the disability case. Yeah, but I have heard this also. Okay. Yeah, exactly. It's like Wendy with a law degree doesn't know her brother was being extorted for money. Yeah, he was so troubled that he kept it all to himself until now, bam, the bombshell at the trial. And that's when Wendy found out about it yesterday. That's ridiculous. Oh, okay. Did you make that comment? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, he wouldn't public. Okay, thanks. Yeah, because sometimes these comments, they just kind of take a life of their own, especially when people might just be joking and people don't understand, or you only see one comment, you don't see the context, and then it's like, oh, is that true or not? Okay, thank you. Let's see. Okay, let me just scroll all the way down and call it a night because my throat is totally giving out as usual. Okay, Wendy says tough as an old army boot, but there's no statute of limitations on murder, correct? And it does really give me the feeling that the state has more evidence on her just based on the questioning where Kappelman was saying, what was your dad's big gift for his birthday? Was the big gift the murder of Dan Markel? I don't think she actually said that in those words, but because a lot of times when Georgia is asking a pointed question, it seems like she already knows the answer to it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Jeff was very credible and steadfast today versus Wendi. Obviously, Wendi used him. Yeah, you just feel so sorry for him. For more than 9 years, he's been all stressed out and worried, and who knows if he's had threats against him or lives in fear. Yeah, he's saying Katie was forcing him to pay her. Little Katie doesn't know what to do without Charlie reassuring. Well, I wouldn't say little Katie. I mean, Katie sounded pretty mean and tough and cursing all the time, yeah, so it's just totally bizarre. That's why I do think that it's more likely than not that Katie is going to testify, because she, as well as Luis, would blow that theory out of the water. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because even the previous jury, people were wondering why she hasn't been arrested yet either. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I better get going because my voice is all croaky, and people complain about that and stuff. But yeah, it's hard to keep talking nonstop. So, especially since I haven't been getting enough sleep watching a trial and listening to all sorts of stuff and trying to get work done and all that. So thank you guys for all caring about justice for Dan Markel. Let's rest up this weekend. Mentor Lawyer, I think, is going to be doing a live stream show tonight at 10:45. I don't know if I can stay up that late, but I definitely watch that on replay. And I'll probably watch on replay what... who was on today? Tim? Was Carl? I think Carl was on today also on Surviving the Survivor. And I think Katie Cool Lady has put out about 3 different short videos today. So there's just so much going on. Also, the Society page also put out a really funny short video. I can't believe you managed to put that together last night so quickly, because I know how long it takes just to edit my crappy little short videos. So it's pretty amazing. So will there be a civil suit? I doubt it. I don't think there's going to be a civil suit, but never say never, because from what I heard, in a murder type of case, then the statute of limitations would be starting from when the defendant got arrested or convicted. So I think they're still within the statute of limitations, with the whole disclaimer that I do not practice law in Florida. But I mean, they would still have to be able to prove that Wendi participated in Dan's murder. So maybe. Then again, it seems like the Adelsons put all their assets in trusts already, and I don't know if Dan's parents really want to go through the hassle of having a full-blown lawsuit based in Florida when they live in Canada. Okay, so, okay, thank you guys, everybody. I'll just go ahead and cut it off. I'm so sorry I can't get to everybody's comments, and it's really great to see so many people care about Dan Markel. So have a good evening, and I'll see you on one of the chats soon. Take care. Bye.